The Armed Man 2017 Worcester, an educational choral singing project aimed at young people in Worcestershire secondary schools. "200 students and their teachers took part, drawn from 8 schools, the university, the cathedral and local youth groups. The project, generously sponsored by the Bransford Trust, provided an exceptional opportunity for young people, often with little to no previous singing experience, to learn a major choral work which they would perform in Worcester Cathedral with a professional symphony orchestra.
I really like the opportunity to meet lots of new people my age, and that music is something that young people can sing, and it's nice being in a place like this. It's really special.
It's such an honour to come back and perform this again, because I performed it in the Albert Hall a few years ago, and to do it locally is so wonderful because we're such a small choir at school. With such a huge choir here, it's just so much more meaningful, and you can convey the anger that Carl Jenkins wanted in this piece.
The offer came at no cost to either schools or students, so as to reach and encourage those perhaps least likely to engage in the arts.
Very emotional, very powerful. I think it's great for young people as well to realise that this is a very, very important time, and music and art is a great way to show that.
The resulting sell-out concert on the 30th of September marked the centenary of the First World War with a performance of The Armed Man, A Mass for Peace by contemporary composer Sir Carl Jenkins.
I really love Carl Jenkins' compositions. They're very unique in the sense that they explore harmonies and tonalities that are very, very unusual.
One of my favourite pieces is probably Torches, because it's such an interesting way to look at it, because you think of all the people in the battles and you don't think of the effect that had on the land and also the animals. And it's so passionate and angry, and it's an interesting way of thinking about the war.
For the students involved, the experience was inspiring, challenging, and ultimately rewarding. Many would discover their singing voices for the first time.
Singing on such a large scale, it's just an amazing feeling to have all the parts weaving together, and you can just hear all the harmony, and to work with a conductor like our conductor, who's so helpful, gives you great tips on how to improve your singing. It's really great.
Out of this project, I've become more confident in my vocal range, because before I only used to sing kind of really low things, but singing alto in this is going high and low all the time, and it's fantastic because it also has made me gain confidence in working with a lot of other people.
I guess I enjoy doing this because I've learned how to actually read music, because before I didn't even know what I was singing or anything like that.
The project model works by going directly into schools and offering an accessible, inclusive and engaging opportunity. Rehearsals take place weekly in schools over a term, with support teaching offered if required. Periodic massed rehearsals are held at weekends when the whole chorus comes together under the direction of top choral conductor Neil Ferris, chorus director of the BBC Symphony Chorus.
Well, we started in February, and I know the schools had done some preparation already with their teachers, but just to hear the sound that they made for the first time on that very first mass rehearsal day in February was incredible and inspirational, and gave me so much energy, just wishing for the best for them and to guide them through all the way to today, concert day.
To have the opportunity to work with Neil has been fantastic. When he came to work with us at the school, it was very exciting, really lovely, and to have such a prestigious person to work with. Just general getting together, working with the students, we've all had a really fun time, and it's been lovely to learn such a beautiful piece.
I think working with someone like Neil is really exciting because it's someone who's worked with professional choirs, so the ability to perform and kind of perfect kind of what you're singing is amazing, and it's a really good experience.
It's nice to see every different types of schools all like coming back and showing what they've like practiced in their own schools.
The benefits for both students and staff of working with Neil are massive, and these sessions are highly energised and inspiring. Neil also visits every school individually to work with each smaller group. Through a combination of high standards and high expectations, students acquire vocal skills and choral confidence as part of the team.
Well, it's definitely like improved my musical know-how, like having to read the music and everything. And it's just been a great experience to do all this with my friends and, you know, meeting new people, I guess.
I feel like I've gained a lot of confidence from it, and general like confidence in myself as a person, like individually.
As well as providing a fantastic educational opportunity, the Armed Man 2017 was a high-quality arts event for the public as part of the county's programme of events for the centenary. Project partners included the City Council, Seven Arts, Worcestershire World War 100 Project and Worcester Live. Concert Day is the first time the chorus comes together with the orchestra. On this occasion, the highly acclaimed Orchestra of the Swan. It's an awe-inspiring experience that can be quite literally life-changing for some students.
They adapted so quickly to the almost crazy acoustics of this wonderful building. They're much further away from me than they were before in the rehearsal room, and just getting used to that time lag was very difficult, but they did it very, very quickly indeed. And then when the orchestra arrived, they were obviously really inspired by the changes of colours and sounds, and hearing all the music that they'd been used to hearing before, but coming from different directions and with different colours. They were really, really superb this afternoon, and I know they're going to be brilliant this evening.
It's a great opportunity to sing some amazing music, really. To play with a proper professional orchestra is just amazing, and something you don't really get to do very often at all.
And I'm very, very privileged to be singing with such an amazing orchestra, a fabulous cellist and a wonderful conductor.
A small number of advanced instrumental students were given the opportunity to play side by side with members of the orchestra. The concert began with the bells of Worcester Cathedral ringing out across the city, leading directly into the performance. The programme included Elgar's iconic cello concerto, performed by former BBC Young Musician winner Lara van der Heyden.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row that mark our place.
A young actor and former Worcester school pupil performed poetry from the Great War.
I'll be doing a reading of two poems, as well as a letter that was written by a soldier that died on the first day of the Battle of the Somme, called Fred. I'll be doing a performance of Dulce et Decorum Est and In Flanders Field, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's quite a big opportunity. It's obviously, you know, a very, very important commemorative occasion, and it's an absolute honour to be part of this sort of event.
I love you, my own sweet darling, with every fibre of my being. I just love you. Your loving and doting sweetheart, Fred.
Photographs of the First World War battlefields as they are today provided a stunning visual backdrop to the performance of the Armed Man. enhancing the theme of peace and reconciliation. These powerful and moving images are the work of award-winning photojournalist Michael St Maur Shiel. Mike's major outdoor exhibition, Fields of Battle, Lands of Peace, has been viewed by more than 9 million people in 9 countries during the centenary period.
It's very emotional for me because I spent 12 years doing the photography, and to have it brought together tonight as a public performance, particularly involving so many school students, is fantastic, because that's really the point of that music. And the point of the photographs is to talk about that, so that, you know, hopefully they won't experience what those men experienced 100 years ago.
I think it's really important for the kids, when they're singing, particularly The Armed Man, to understand the relevance and the horrors of war that haven't necessarily travelled with us all the way through the generations. And they've really understood that in the way they've rehearsed, in the way they've performed, and I know they'll create a special atmosphere for the concert tonight.
It's very moving. I feel really honoured to be part of something so special and so big. I mean, I went to Belgium a few months ago with my school, and we went to all the World War I battlefields, so all of a sudden it's become very, very relevant, and quite honestly I'm very excited about taking part in this.
Well, I think it's very important to remember what happened, especially the sacrifice, through the songs especially, because a lot of the songs that we're singing are very intense, so it definitely emphasises what happened.
I think it's really important for people our age to be a part of it, because it just keeps it alive, and this piece is so moving and so important as a piece of music that it's really great for young people to be able to sing it and perform it.
It's great having this collaborative effort with a load of different people and remembering something so tragic with some incredible music.
The concert was a moving experience for everyone involved, those who took part and those who witnessed it. And importantly, the experience has made a difference to many young people's lives, something they will remember forever.
They learn so much, not just musically, but also being with people, witnessing what it's like to perform in a fantastic venue, working with professional conductors. It's just a brilliant, brilliant musical experience. Hopefully we'll keep doing it.
I would definitely want to do it again. And I just learnt to really go for it, be confident, you know, when there's really high notes in the soprano part, just go for it and you can do a lot more than you think you can.
I would love to do this again. I really enjoyed being here.
I would definitely do it again. I've definitely learned how to become more confident in what I'm singing and to work as kind of an ensemble and kind of perfect the sound. And I think it's really important to kind of learn about music on a larger scale with the orchestra, which will be amazing.
It's quite nerve-wracking, but it's an experience, definitely. I won't forget it.